everybody, in this video, I'm going to be turning a random magic card that I own into a D&D stat block. You know, all these magic cards, they have these really cool creatures and these really cool cards that have all these really cool abilities, and I would love to see some of them in a D&D stat block as a monster or as an enemy. So I figured, why not just go ahead and make a stat block out of them? So here we are. I pulled up tetracube.com. They have a D&D 5e stat block generator where I can go through and put in all the information down and it'll generate that stat block for me, which is very nice because I like the way the stat blocks look, and that way I could just, you know, insert all the information I want down and it'll just put it into the look for me. So feel free to use tetracube.com. It's tetra/cube.com for your homebrewed monsters or enemies if you ever need stat blocks for them. It's very good. I highly recommend it. Now for this video, I have way too many magic cards to use a random number generator because that would involve me pulling out all of my cards, counting all of them, and then going through and, you know, selecting the one that it landed on, and that was way too much. So I just reached into my magic cards, just one of the stacks, and I pulled out a random card, you know, kind of just flipped through a little bit and then just selected a card out of the stack that I have. And the card that I pulled is Rakdos Trumpeter. I'll put it up on the screen right here. Rakdos Trumpeter. It is a 1/3 human shaman with menace, and if you pay 3 in a mountain, Rakdos Trumpeter gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So I'm thinking for this card, I mean, right off the bat, I mean, it's not going to be super powerful. He's a 2-cost, 1/3, but he does have menace, and he has a way to get stronger. So because it's Trumpeter, I'm kind of thinking he has some sort of ability that emboldens himself and makes himself a little stronger as a quote-unquote last wind, second wind, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, let's just kind of go through and kind of form the stat block for him. So obviously under name, I'm going to put down, you know, Rakdos Trumpeter. Size medium, he's just a normal human. He is a humanoid. Alignment, since he is Rakdos, I am going to put him at Chaotic Evil. All right, I'm going to go ahead and update. Yeah, and then whenever you do this, you do have to click Update Stat Blocks to actually see it. So I recommend on that because I just like to see it as it goes along, you know, instead of it just being like, oh, there's a little generic basic one with nothing on it, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, everything's on it. So I like to see what's going on. So for this, I'm not going to do hit dice. I'm going to do hit points. It's just easier that way. Better for me to track, honestly. So for hit points, like I said, for hit points it matters more with 3, with his 3 health. So taking into consideration that this guy is only a 2-cost 1/3 with not a whole lot of special other stuff going on there, I'm thinking it's gonna end up being a lower hit point, lower challenge rating. So I'm gonna keep that in mind whenever I come up with these hit points. Honestly, thinking about it, the basic 22 5d8 hit points actually works out for this. So I'm just going to leave it at 22. Going through all of it, I think that actually works out pretty well. For armor type, I'm just going to go ahead and just do leather armor. He doesn't really have a whole lot of armor on, but for the sake of having his AC be a little bit higher, I'm going to put leather down there. So speed will be the normal 30 feet, no burrow speed, no climb speed, no flying, no special speeds, you know. He's just the normal human. His strength, he is a 1, so his strength is not going to be very high. Since he's a trumpeter, probably most of his stuff is going to be in charisma. So I'll make his strength at 12. I'll make his dexterity at 15. Make his constitution 14, his intelligence 11, and then I'll make his wisdom 13, and charisma will be 16. Saving throws, I'll go ahead and do charisma because, like I said, he is a trumpeter, so I'll make his main stuff because he's kind of like a bard. I mean, it says human shaman here on the card, so if anything, I could put more into wisdom. You know, for saving throws, I'll go ahead and do wisdom. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and change the wisdom because he is a shaman. I'll make that a little bit higher. I'll make that 15 and then bring his dexterity down a little bit to 13. I'll go ahead and put his skills. I'll put it in survival. Here, wait, proficient. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that proficient. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and give him, because I can give several. So there we go. Skills, I'll do proficient with that. Proficient in religion and proficient in Acrobatics. I won't have any condition immunities because, you know, he's just very basic grunt person. No vulnerabilities for damage types. No anything like that. Languages. I mean, yeah, he's human. Just do common. Challenge rating, honestly, probably a half. Yeah, I'll put him at 1. I'll put him at 1. Seeing as he doesn't have any sort of weapon in his hand, I'm gonna just go ahead, like, for his ability, because he's not really gonna be attacking more so. I'm gonna go ahead and give him just a dagger. All right, I gave him a dagger attack, so that's melee weapon attack, reach 5 feet, 1 target, +3 to hit, and 1d4 +1 piercing. Honestly, I think I have it here. I think this is pretty much what I'm gonna get from Rakdos Trumpeter. Like I said, he's a pretty simple card, so yeah, so I have Rakdos Trumpeter, medium humanoid, chaotic evil. He's got AC 12 with leather armor on. His hit points are 22 or 5d8, speed 30 feet. Went through all the stats, saving throws, skills, yeah, all that. For actions, he has a dagger, +3 to hit. It's a dagger, pretty much. And then I gave him a flame trumpet because, I mean, if you see on the card, he literally is breathing fire out of a trumpet. So I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to add that in there as flavor and as something a little bit different instead of just a dagger, because otherwise he's just a guy with a dagger. So it's like, you know. So the flame trumpet is a ranged weapon attack, which is he gets +4 to hit, reach 15 foot in a line. It's basically kind of like it's like a quote-unquote weaker version of the dragon breath, because it's a 30-foot line instead of a 15-foot line, so it's a little bit weaker, a little bit shorter. And it's on a hit, it is 6 or 1d8 +2 fire damage. And then I gave him a bonus action because on the card you can pay 4 and he gets +2/+0 unto turn. So as a bonus action, I gave him that he can, if he has at least 3 allies alive, he can increase his dagger damage to 7 or 3d4 +1, and his trumpet damage to 14 or 3d8 +2 until the end of his turn. So it's kind of nice. He is really powerful at the beginning of the fight, but then once his allies start falling, he starts getting, you know, less confident, less riled, and he falls off, and he is easier to kill at the end of the game, at the end of the battle. I think this is pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about this stat block. I had a lot of fun doing this. This was kind of cool to do something a little different. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and you guys are free to use this stat block in anything. If you want to throw this Rakdos Trumpeter in your campaigns, feel free to. But that's going to be it for this video, so thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.